did want to talk to you about money and having ME. Now, I've kind of mentioned little bits before about not being able to work very much, and that's I find that really tricky because, you know, I've never earned super lots of money, but I have, you know, I got to the point where I was earning about 1,800 a month, and now I'm lucky if I get 4. And my daughter did say, "Oh, this week, what are you earning?" It like working out, and I'm working 7.5 hours. That's all I've got this week at the moment, which is a bit scary, to be brutally honest. As I've said before, I think that I mentioned that when I got the really bad tonsillitis, work thought they were doing really nicely and took all my regular hours away from me. But what it has done, and in some ways that really helped and played out after I got back from Turkey, and I was super poorly, and I was just kind of coming in for like I got 2.5 hours back, and now I've got from the swim section, now I've got like 4.5, and they are building it, but kind of not fast enough for me. So I've also added in the yoga. I'm starting to look elsewhere as well, because working for the council, it's lovely. You get, you know, lovely people, and you get like, the thing you get in your old age, brain fog. Oh, word finding issues. Oh, it's horrible, brain fog. Pensions. So you do get a pension and things, which you don't elsewhere. The difference is you almost get double the money. So 1 hour last night was basically double what I get like when I teach swimming, because I teach for the council. But nonetheless, it's very difficult managing your money, and I'm in a super lucky position that we now own the house outright. I would advise, like my car, I drive a Ford Ka. It's a bright green Ford Ka. It's a 57 plate. We call it Kermit, and it's a bit of a joke, but it goes, and it's super cheap to run. But my advice to you, that unless you're getting proper like disability that gives you the mobility element that pays for a car, if you possibly can, save up, buy a car outright, because you never know when you're going to start losing money. And I'm so glad that I never got tempted to kind of save up some money and then buy a car on like the lease and pay it off at the end kind of thing, and got a newer car. I thought about it, I looked into it. I'm so glad I didn't, and I stuck with Kermit, because I own him, and you know, there are times where he's so super cheap to run and I've still struggled paying the money for him. And I know my husband does help me out, but he pays for everything else, and we try and do it just so that I kind of try and sort out my own finances. So obviously you saw when I did my exciting thing, which is in editing at the moment, I bought myself a new jumper because it didn't cost as much as I'd saved it up and I thought it was going to be. And I bought myself a new skirt in H&M, actually. They were from H&M, which is really rare for me. What I wanted to say to you is what I normally do is buy things second hand. So I might go shopping, and I might go window shopping and see if I can spot them on Depop, on eBay and stuff, and I might even try them on. Like, I've got a pair of Hollister jeans on at the moment. These are my Hollister jeans, and I went into Hollister and I tried them on and I loved them, and I didn't have the money for them at all. This was last year. So I ended up searching them down, and I think I found them on eBay, and I bought those ones on eBay. So they were super cheap. Now, obviously my ethical side, that I love, the surfer, the eco person, says recycling clothes, absolutely brilliant. So I thought I would show you my Depop haul so far. I've got like one more thing to come. So the reason I've gone and splurged a little bit of my savings on Depop is that when I came back from Turkey, the way they'd done the food ashram style, and I was forced to be a vegetarian, completely mucked up my metabolism again, and it had taken me so long to get it sorted. So when I went out, I'm going to be really brutally honest here, when I went out to Turkey, I was about 8 stone 10ish, I guess. I'm only 5'3", so it puts me at about a size 8. Before Christmas the previous year, so what we're talking 2017, 2016, like I'd followed this eating plan that was supposed to help. It was by Dr. Sarah Myhill, and it would make you go keto. And I lost a ton of weight, and I actually went down to about 8'4", and got a load of new clothes. And I went through all my clothes and got rid of all my size 10 stuff, because I'm currently a size 10. And I got rid of, and I put some of it, my favourite bits, I put it up in, like, out of the way. And when we moved, I thought, well, you know what? I've been a size 8 for over a year. About a year, I'll just get rid of them. Then I went away to Turkey, and the way we were eating, the food was lovely, but because the way we were being taught was ashram style, the top instructor wanted us to eat ashram style, which then caused me massive issues, and it's still causing me massive issues because I haven't got my metabolism back into control at all. So yeah, that one's still an ongoing challenge at the moment. So the long and the short of it, it's effed up my metabolism. My metabolism then slowed down, and I then got ill, and I put on, literally about the end of September, as I was fighting, my body gave up. No, it's actually earlier than that, mid-September, and I've been back about a week and a half, and it went, you know what, I give up. And I put on like well over half a stone in a week, and it just goes bang, and I got ill. And that's when the bradycardia started to happen and everything else like that. So I lost right down to like 9 stone 1. And then I've put it back on, and I'm about 9 stone 5 at the moment, which is a size 10 on me. And I am struggling with clothes because I got rid of all my size 10s, and now I've got size 8s, and I can't wear them. And it's now been, since September, so I'm like recycling. Luckily, you know, I don't wear real clothes. I live in pyjamas and stuff like that. So yeah, went to Depop, had a little mooch on Depop, and went, oh, what do I fancy? So I got myself, as well as the skirt I bought in H&M, I've got myself a skirt. There we go. And it's a size 10. It's originally from Topshop, so that's a skirt for me to wear. I got myself kind of a skater dress. Let me see if I can stand up further back and show you the skater dress. There we go, skater dress. And that's originally from Hollister. It's a medium because it's size 10. It looks really, this bit is a bit strange on it, but it does actually look quite nice on. And I've had to wash it all in, well, these ones in my washing up, and I can only use e-cover because, yeah, allergic to everything. Just so much fun. So that's the only like washing liquid I find now I don't come up in hives. And finally, I've got this blonde and blonde dress from Depop, and the person selling it, you know, they have never worn it. It's still got its tags on. So yeah, I kind of like that. It's kind of loose, a bit more for the summer, but yeah, I really quite like that. So those are my Depop haul. I've got a t-shirt coming that I really liked as well. So yeah, money is a bit of an interesting thing, and I'm sure I'm going to pick it up at other points. At the moment, again, money's a bit tight, and of course that causes me anxiety. I know work thought they were doing me a favour, and it worked with what they needed to do really well, but actually what they've done is caused me a lot of anxiety about money. I was quite happy to lose some of my hours, but and give up, like, and go down to about 10, but at the same time, you know, it was out of the blue. I just thought, oh, I'm coming back to work now. Oh, but you don't have anything really to come back to? I was like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, so that wasn't great. And as I said, they were, you know, the manager was he's worked with somebody that's got ME before, and he was trying to be nice and give me loads of recovery time. What they didn't realise was actually they were putting me, and as I said, it was like zero warning. I phoned them up to say, look, I'm coming back on a phased return. I had nothing to go back to. It was super upsetting too, because I just didn't know until I phoned and said I was going back. But yeah, caused lots of anxiety. Where's my money coming from? And at the time we were moving as well. So thankfully, because then we're not paying the mortgage. But yeah, moving on, it has given me time to like finish and get well and things. So in some ways it worked super well, and that's why I caught up with a lot of extra work at the end of the year, but then made myself a little bit crashy by like the time I got to Christmas, and allowed my immune system to drop to be super ill. Anyway, I have to go to work. So yeah, and, I'm going to go and meet my new classes today. And little do they know they're doing front crawl for them. Okay, I will see you guys in a little while.